Hey you guys, today just gonna be keep on videoing. But today I just want to come and give you my thoughts on the Nick Gordan interview with Nick Gordan and Michelle Gordon interview on Dr. Phil yesterday. I finally sat here and watched it because yesterday everybody was talking about it on social media and I just didn't know if I really wanted to deal with that. But I was like, as a vlogger or whatever, then you have to watch certain things you don't want to watch. So I watched it, and before I get started, first I want to say, I'm still praying for Bobby Christina. Yeah, she's still in our thoughts and prayers. And now we're gonna sit here and we're gonna pray really, really hard for Nick Gordon. Like, I'm gonna try not to bash Nick Gordon, especially through this interview that he did with Dr. Phil. I just feel like these kids need so much prayer. They need so much guidance. Um, he needs help. Like from the moment this show started, I felt like this boy need help. Like they started it by showing from Christina's hospital, I guess standing in front of the hospital. But they started showing how Dr. Phil said he was there to interview him on the about what happened with the day of Bobby Christina's accident. But when he got there, Nick was out of his mind. He was drunk, barely stand up, and so they had video of it of him so out of his mind, like so out of it. And from that moment, I just had an issue with Dr. Phil. I had a really, really bad issue with Dr. Phil because I kept saying, Dr. Phil is wrong. Why are you exploiting this boy like that? Like, if you see him where he's like not coherent, why are you doing him like this? I understand he signed on to do this, but he signed on to do that interview about what happened. This right here was exploitation. It was exploitation for ratings and just to like it was just sad to watch. The whole hour that I watched this, I was like, this is a sad, sad situation. The whole time I'm saying like, when are we gonna start praying for this little boy? Like when are we gonna really not exploit him and start getting this boy some damn help? All these questions you doing, can we stop the tapes and go get this boy some goddamn help? Instead of letting us talk to his mama for a long ass time, because I'm quite sure y'all was cutting and stopping and cutting and stopping. Then you go get him, and so that's some longer time. Can we just cut some bullshit and go get this boy some help? Like, okay. His mom Michelle, when they showed the video, you just see him crying, saying how he missed Chrissy, and I was just like, oh, poor baby. But his mom Michelle ended up sitting down with Dr. Phil, and she explained how Nick is at his breaking point. You know, he lost Whitney. He's on the verge, might be losing Bobby Christina. So he's at his breaking point, and I can get that. I can get that he can probably be at his breaking point if he didn't have nothing to do with these. I can see totally that. Do I think he had something to do with it? No, I don't. I I I get to that, but I don't think he like shit. He didn't hold her down into the water, so y'all can't say he did this. Um, but she say how they met because everybody was like, a lot of people was like, where the hell was his mama? Where's mama been? But apparently he moved in with them once he turned 18. And y'all know how it is. Once you turn 18, it's like, oh, I can do what I want, go where I want. My parents can't say anything to me. And he had said his on the show, the reality show that they had, his mom kicked him out. So at 18, you go where you want to go, whatever. So that's how he got with them, and they talked about their relationship. They talked about Bobby, his relationship with Whitney Houston, and um, why she had him stand with them. Did they have a brother and sister relationship? All that kind of stuff and stuff like that. They started talking about Whitney's death and how he said that he was called it. He heard the scream. He ran in there and administered CPR. or whatever. Then they got on Bobby Christina's situation and how he said that, well, he wasn't saying his mom was giving the event, but she was saying how they went out Friday night, went to a party, got was drinking, got back home. They had an argument. He went into one room and she went into the room to use the bathroom or whatever because they got back like Saturday that morning. And she went to go take a bath, and the cable guy came, and he had to go through the room or something. So the friend went through the room first, and that's when he found her. And I'm like, damn, well, we never heard of a cable guy, but okay. Well, I never heard of a cable guy. So yeah, that's what happened with that. And they end up calling for Nick. So, like I said, he felt like he felt them. He felt like he felt Whitney not protecting Chrissy. So he's taking all this blame on himself and all this kind of stuff. Okay. Then they talked about all three of them going to rehab together. Whitney, Nick, and Chrissy. And it kind of bothered me the way the mama was trying to make it seem like he didn't have a problem, but Whitney and Chrissy had a problem. Because first she was saying, well, Whitney wanted the kids to be close to her. She would always take them with her. Then she said that Chrissy could have had a problem getting treatment, but Nick, no, it couldn't have been him. And she talked to him, and there's a girl boo, they was all there. I'm just saying. They were saying what do the family blame him, and she was saying that the Brown family does, but not so much as the Houston family. And I'm like, oh well, that ain't what I heard, but okay. They also talked about they end up because he said he needs to put him in rehab or he's gonna die or whatever. So then he end up going to get Nick from the room. And when he go get Nick is drunk. Nick is high off of Xanax and drunk. And he brings him in there, and he interviewed him. And this is where the camera should have stopped rolling. When Nick said, don't show this on TV. Camera should have stopped rolling. That was right then and there. He didn't agree to this shit right there. And he said, camera, you see this motherfucker's out of his mind. And he said to stop. So he goes to interview, and he's trying to ask questions, but he agitated at the same time, so he can't sit there. He keeps getting up, he's sitting down, he's crying, then he's not crying. He's having emotions all over the place. And all I keep saying is, poor baby needs some damn help. Poor baby needs some damn help. And Dr. Phil is exploiting him. I thought that was so wrong. Like, he was talking about how he hates Bobby Brown, how if something happened to Chrissy, he would hurt himself. He felt like he was weak, crying on TV. It was just so much going on with this young man that I was just like, only God can save him. And all this exploitation is not gonna save him. And I thought that was real wrong with Dr. Phil. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about that episode if you watched it. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna try to leave it in the description box so you can see the full episode. But yeah, that was just so out of whack, Dr. Phil. And we gonna continue to pray for Nick Gordan and Bobby Christina. Like I said, I'm not bashing this young man because I think he have went through a lot. We're losing Whitney. We're not losing Chrissy. We're kind of losing Chrissy because he can't even go see her no more. And and he's young, and then you got the media attacking him and stuff like that. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna bash him until we see the next interview of him saying what happened that day. But this interview doesn't make me bash him. This interview makes me want to pray for him and wish him the best in life, and to get away from that situation and to get himself clean, get away from them and start your life anew, because being around them and being around the media is only gonna hurt you worse. So thoughts and prayers go out to both of them, and Houston family, Brown family, because I know you guys have to be tired and you guys are still pushing through and going through. So my thoughts and prayers is with you guys just as well. And follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus. I do everything by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.